What's going on, gamers? My name's Isaiah.
And my name's Matt.
And welcome to episode 8 of the Mildly Ignorant podcast. We're all gamers today, Matt.
We're always gamers.
We're gamers, and it's fucking spooky season. Am I right, boys?
Oh, hell yeah.
This episode's going to be coming out 2 days before the big Halloween.
I love large Halloweens.
Matt's personality coming out in like 5 days.
Yeah. The closer we get, the more powerful I get. And then once it's done, I'll just like shed my skin and crawl back into the woods.
And wait till next Halloween.
Yeah.
You're like that one-dimensional character that's a side character in a shitty teen drama, you know?
Yeah. That's but that I've been trying my whole life to be that. A throwaway character on a long-running TV series. Actually, I want to be like a running gag character, but I have no gag reflex, so. Badumts.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. So I want to apologize right away. My quality is going to be absolute doggy shit doo-doo this week, boys.
Isaiah's house flooded and like.
Yeah, my basement flooded. My studios got fucked.
Yeah.
My top-notch podcast studio got absolutely fucked. So now I'm recording in a bedroom in my house.
The witches.
I'm literally recording on a dresser. My mic's a foot away from me. I have a shitty $2 headset plugged in on my laptop right now. Hopefully the fan's not fucking blasting through my microphone right now.
I mean,
we're doing.
You're a disappointment to me and all of our fans because when I log into the Mildly Ignorant podcast, I expect the highest form of quality and entertainment, and I just don't think you're delivering that today.
Couldn't even keep a straight face. But yeah, we us here at the Mildly Ignorant podcast, we have a high quality control. We have a team.
Mildly Ignorant podcast listeners make do.
New merch idea.
No, our merch is going to be spilt milk, like that episode of SpongeBob. Yeah,
spilt milk, 50% homo. Top-notch quality control.
Oh, yeah. So, Isaiah, do you like to be scared?
No, I'm a big fucking pussy, man.
Really?
No, I'm kidding. I mean, who likes being scared? Like,
I feel like you don't get scared. Well, then again, I've only ever seen you, like, stoic and angry. Like, I've never seen you. Okay, and I've seen you happy. But, like, I've never seen you sad. I've never seen you sad, and I've never seen you scared.
Nah, I don't think no. Like, even horror movies, like, I watch horror movies sometimes, and I don't get scared. I find it fucking hilarious, actually, to be honest. But
yeah. I don't know.
Because everything's objectively bad nowadays in the horror
True.
genre. Everything in horror.
I mean, movies are objectively bad. It's funny because we said we weren't going to go here, but like this conversation is already veering towards Venom.
Shut the fuck up, man. We're not talking about Venom. Let there be carnage. So Matt's been wanting to talk about Venom like this whole time. We went to go see it together yesterday. Well, a few days ago by the time this episode comes out. Yeah. And Matt's just been going on and on about how he wants to review it on the podcast. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Come on, Matt. Why the fuck do you want to review that on the show?
I mean, there's not much to review. It was just an hour and a half of cheesy, corny dialogue, but like artistic, cinematic shots of carnage. That was the movie.
Oh my fucking god! Now my construction workers are trying to cut the fucking drywall downstairs, and it's gonna pick it up on the mic. Okay.
I don't hear anything, so let's just hope and pray.
Send our thoughts, pray, boys.
Let's go. I almost said commenters. Listeners, let's send our thoughts and prayers so the rest of this podcast, Isaiah's mic only picks up his delicate voice.
Ew. But yeah, Venom, Let There Be Carnage, Matt, the most important topic at hand here. Very average Joe movie. Very average. Better than the first, I find.
I feel like the first had a couple more, like, jokes, and then the second one was just like, yeah, we're not going to take any of this seriously.
It felt like just extra scenes. It didn't feel like a movie, number two.
Yeah.
But it felt like a DLC basically. It didn't feel like a movie.
Yeah, true. If that's don't give fucking Disney any more ideas. Can you imagine going to see a movie and then like
and they charge you extra for the DLC?
charge you extra for like an extra 30 minutes of DLC?
Extra character development scenes.
I mean, I guess that's what like director's cut and shit is.
Yeah, true. And I guess you indirectly pay for it DLC because you have to buy the DVD usually.
we just unlocked something here.
And now we're giving every studio
ideas.
Or not a studio, but distribution company, whatever you want to call them, ideas.
You know, to be honest though, I'm surprised that you can't like go on to any streaming services and like, because you remember how DVDs used to have like bonus features and stuff, and like depending on the movie, like do you remember? Oh my God, Shrek 2, the original Shrek with the like. It was making.
This is the other half of Matt's personality, by the way. Halloween and Shrek.
It was making fun of American Idol. Do you not remember that?
I'm sorry, Matt. I didn't look at the bonus features of fucking Shrek DVD.
Well, we're no longer friends. They had Simon Cowell and everything.
Jesus Christ. When did the first Shrek even come out? I watched it when I was like a toddler, man.
Oh yeah, it came out in the same year you were born, so I'm not too surprised.
I watched it when I was like 4.
Yeah, that's disgusting for me to think about. Anyway, back to spooky.
We are all over the place, aren't we, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, hey, we're still in the realm of movies. I remember, is there a movie that you definitely should not have seen when you were a kid that kind of fucked you up? Like,
Saw.
Oh, how old were you? Do you remember?
I don't remember, but probably way too young to be watching that fucking movie, man. Let's put it that way.
Fair.
Although, I mean, hey, the way I am now today, that's probably one of the main causes, but I don't think consciously it registered. It's weird. I wanted to talk about this. I'm glad you brought it up.
Good.
I feel like, I don't know, there's no movie that I can think of that, like, at least in the horror, like, type horror.
The genre?
Genre, yeah, there you go. That's the fucking word I was looking for. Jesus Christ. It's like directly scarred me, or at least that I know of consciously. Like I said, probably saw subconsciously fucked me up in some way.
Yeah.
But I feel like one type of horror movie that really kind of fucking fucked me up, and the only reason why I say it is because of the dreams I had, was like, maybe it's not really horror movies, more like thriller. I guess it depends. Like there's some horror movies that are kind of like that where, like the evil ghoul, the monster, or the killer, or whatever.
The gabagool?
Yeah, the gabagool leaves behind like not a calling card, but like leave behind like an object or whatever, just to say that it's dumb. I guess the calling card is like the general term for them, broad term. Like
Jigsaw carving puzzle pieces into the bodies, or like.
Yeah. Like they always leave like their
an
signature.
MO.
Yeah, an MO, I guess. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. And that messed
Movies
you up?
that always had that for some reason always fucked me up. I don't know why. Like I don't understand why, but when I was young, I'd always have dreams about it after, and it'd panic me out. There's always dreams about like people getting murdered and having to like solve who it is based off like their MO and stuff like that. For some reason, it's always something that played like impacted my mind. I don't know why. I have no idea why.
That's so weird.
It's not even like a scary concept. It's just that specific part about it terrorized me, I guess. I don't know why. I'd have just bad dreams, little nightmares. I'd call them mommy at 4 a.m. to console me as I was crying because I got killed by the gabagool before I could solve it.
That's wild. But I guess I used to think like this was such a stupid trope to put in horror movies. Like, why would anybody consider this? But like, I don't know. I guess if it fucked with you, then it did its job, right?
Yeah, I guess, but it's not even like a scary concept. I don't know. Like, is it?
Yeah. No, I think it is. I think it's like the idea that like the killer is out there, to quote Wendy Williams. The killer will get you, and the fact that like
the MO in and of itself doesn't have to be scary, right? Like, can just
no,
be like
exactly. But it's like as put in so many like Batman comics, it's about sending a message.
The Joker card, baby.
Isaiah saw The Dark Knight when he was a kid and hasn't slept since.
You didn't have an MO though. You left
the Joker card
once in the movie.
Yeah,
He left it like once in the movie.
I'm just making fun of you.
You hurt my feelings.
I mean, I can think of a couple scary movies that like fucked me up as a kid. The first one, and like this is kind of embarrassing, but I was probably 5 or 6, and the movie is Jason X. So like the 10th movie in like the Friday the 13th franchise of like Jason Voorhees. It's the one where it like Earth is like humanity has moved to a second Earth, and like it's basically a sci-fi and horror, which doesn't make any fucking sense. And like none of the other movies, like it doesn't make sense in any context. But like there's a second Earth, and a like spaceship goes to like a planet where they like dig up the body of Jason and it turns out that it's like the first Earth or whatever, and somehow he's still alive, and he gets like cybernetic enhancements, and like there's this android, so like she's not even human, but like she's like machine gun arms and shit, and she's like fighting Jason, and at one point he like dips her in liquid nitrogen and like smashes her body, and like it's just her head. Like it's thinking about it now, I'm like, this is stupid. This isn't even scary. This is literally just like milking the cash cow of this franchise.
Yeah.
But like fucking 5-year-old me was like, this is the most terrifying thing I've ever experienced, and like it's not even within the realm of real.
This literally sounds like bottom of the barrel, like cash grab,
right?
Like,
but like
trying
just because
so hard to keep it going, you know.
It was literally just because I was like a child that like I should not have
yeah.
been seeing a horror movie. And then another one that really messed me up. I can't remember if it's the Amityville Horror or like one of the prequels to it. And it's specifically one scene of like somebody going into a closet, and then they don't even see it. Like the character doesn't see it, but it's just kind of like a shot of like the ceiling of this closet, and like it's a kid freaking out, and like there are arms like coming out of the ceiling, like holding the kid up, and like the kid is like freaking out, and it's just like that image. I'll send it to you after the pod. It just like triggered something in my brain, and like I still remember that scene, and I like had nightmares about it for years, and I don't even remember anything about the movie. Like I just remember that specifically that one scene of like a character going into a closet, and there's just like a kid freaking out on the ceiling, and like I think it's quiet. Maybe there's like a scare sound, but I literally don't remember any context. But it was just like kind of a jump scare specifically for the audience, and it fucking got me. It got me, gal.
I'm looking up the ratings for Jason X, and this shit is a piece of shit.
Yeah, it was not a good movie.
It's like it's almost like bordering on like spoof of its own like franchise, you know?
Oh, totally. Because I'm pretty sure it was, like I said, like the 10th movie in the.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it is. I mean, they're just running out of ideas, and they went like wacky with it.
Yeah, and like I've never, because I watched at my work last year, I spent a lot of time just like fucking around on YouTube, and I would always watch like Cinema Sins and like horror movie reviews and like What Culture top 10s. What?
Dead Meat?
What?
Is that what it's called? Dead Meat?
What?
Yeah, Dead Meat, the YouTube channel. The one that do the kill counts of all the horror movies.
Oh, I never watched those, but this was just like top 10 smartest decisions in horror movies, or like
not done by white people, probably.
And top 10 like final girls or whatever, all these like kind of clickbaity like listicle videos. But I mean, I would have nothing to do at work, so I would just like watch the crap out of them. Yeah. And I've like never heard Jason X talked about once. I'm like, does anybody know this movie exists? Because it's really bad.
I've never heard of it, so
yeah, it's because it's garbage. Hot dumpster garbage.
I want to see how much it made. It had a budget of 11 million. It made 17 million at box office, so
yikes.
It broke even about
a
few extra million to spare.
But I think one of my favorite horror movies, like let's shift it and talk about like things that we did like. I think like one of the best horror movies is The Strangers.
Don't know what it is, man.
It's like a home invasion movie. It's more like it's from 2008. It's the one with like the guy with the
Oh.
The sack on his head or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It just feels like The Purge before The Purge.
Yeah. Like it says it was like based on a true story, but like that's bullshit. It's basically about this couple who are like spending this weekend at this cottage, and like it turns out that the guy had just proposed to the girl and she said no for like whatever reason. So there's some like tension between them, and then like somebody shows up at the door and they're just like, is Tamara there? And they're like, what the hell? No. And then like these strangers just like torment them throughout the night, and then it gets like progressively worse and more brutal and violent. And I just think
the second one that came out in 2018.
Yeah, that one took like a major shift, because like the first one was a really good standalone film, and then the sequel was like based on like the 80s, or like it was really 80s inspired, like serial killer. Like they definitely tried to make it something, whereas the first one they had like a really core idea of what they wanted to do.
I mean, it seems like the second one was a Netflix special, so
yeah, exactly. That's a good way to describe it.
It's funny though, because not even the first one has a really good rating, but I mean, like, it's horror movies, so they're not objectively good in any way.
I think it was because I think that's fucked up, that like horror movies, because horror movies, they're never regarded as like cinematic experiences, but they're always popular.
The classics have.
Yeah,
Nothing in the last 20 years have been good though, like objectively.
No, that's not true, because we've had like I'm really bad with titles, but the one with the bitch with flowers in her hair, Midsummer, is regarded as like an amazing movie.
Yeah, but no one considers that a horror. It's more of a cinematic. I think that's cinematic like that. It falls into its own category of being cinematic.
But it's a horror movie. Like, it's straight up a horror movie. And,
I know it is, but just because it's fancy cameras, they call it a cinematic movie instead.
The one with the girl who gets her head like chopped off in the car accident, like because she's having an allergic reaction. God, I'm so bad with movies. I'm Googling it right now. Girl gets head chopped off by phone pole. Hereditary. That's what it is. Hereditary.
Oh yeah,
Hereditary was considered like an amazing movie, but it doesn't get enough credit because it's a horror movie.
Yeah.
And I just think like that's bullshit. Like, horror movies are never at award like ceremonies. Like, what kind of awards do horror movies get?
Well, if they made a goddamn decent one, they would fucking get something, I'm sure.
But like that's
the classics did get awards, like.
No, they didn't, or maybe they did in retrospect. But like, even when like the time they came out, they weren't regarded as good movies. Nobody, like, people just writ them off because they were horror. Like, people consider it like such a cheap genre, and it really pisses me off because it's like a lot of work. Like, sure, some of them are just like gore fest and like are a cheap squeeze and like a good like box office thrill, but like some of them have depth and like are good movies, like are good artsy movies.
I don't know.
Do you have a favorite horror movie?
I don't know. I like the classics. I mean, that's probably why I'm so biased right now. But like, my favorite would probably be like something like Saw. I don't know. The whole Saw series.
The one that fucked you up as a kid.
Indirectly, I guess.
Yeah.
As long as I didn't subconsciously know about it. I like Saw. I know lots of people fucking hate it because it's just a gore fest, but like the first few.
The first two, I want to say the first three were good.
Yeah, I mean, I like them. I like them all.
I think horror movies like have a really high chance of just becoming like a cash cow franchise, though.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if you want, I don't know. Like, I also like, since I'm a zombie nerd.
Oh yeah.
Like 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later are two of my really good movies too. I love.
See, even I kind of fall, like, I'm guilty of it, because like 28 Days and 28 Weeks are some of my favorite movies like ever. Mm-hmm. But I just never really think of them.
Yeah, it's really good. Really good movie. I'm looking for a list here. I'm trying to see if I can think of any other ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the classics, like I don't know, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Hellraiser, Halloween, the classic ones.
Halloween was so good, and I think why it succeeded was, and a lot of movies don't really like. The difference between then and now is like Halloween took its time. There's just a lot of like slow panning, anxiety-inducing shots with like that music that like draws you in and makes you like kind of panic, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But like they don't do that anymore. It's all about like the blood and the gore and then like
Cheap jump scares.
fucking jump scares. I hate jump scares.
The Thing is also, isn't that a classic one? Like not the remake, but the original one.
Yeah. The one with what's his face? I see him once again.
Oh, we can't forget The Shining. Even though it's still classified horror.
I mean, as it should be.
It's a psychological horror, yeah.
Kurt Russell was in the Thing. Like
the original Candyman.
I never saw it.
Yeah, I never saw that. I don't really like it. I'm just trying to find all the classics. I know The Conjuring's another big one, but that's a recent. It's not really a classic. It's just a recent series of movies.
I mean, like, is it good? I saw it and I was like, it's okay.
Oh, Paranormal Activity. No, like fucking 25 of those movies.
But like, Paranormal Activity was considered really good when it came out. You know? Yeah. Scream. I've never seen Scream to this day.
Oh, the Screams, yeah.
And
the
I'm
Scream
still
series.
like, I'm so mad at myself because I know they're good.
Is Final Destination in horror?
Oh, hell yeah.
Then that's not. Actually, that might be my favorite then. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely would be.
How about the Resident Evil movies?
Shut the fuck up. Speaking of, Matt, you want to talk about how you want to go see that new Resident Evil movie coming out next week?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it looks more.
It actually looks decent for once.
Yeah, they didn't just take like concepts from the games. They actually tried to
for people
remain
who
loyal.
don't know, because I didn't know about this, because the fucking marketing campaign for this was just absolute dog shit. Apparently, there is a Resident Evil movie coming out in a week called Welcome to Raccoon City.
Yeah, and it's supposed
to. And it actually looked like they really followed the games closely.
Yeah, at least the first two games.
Yeah, and it actually looks decent for once. So.
Although I'm not looking forward to some of the actors in it, because I feel like the guy playing Chris Redfield just always acts as himself, which is
Robbie
just like
Amell?
the stereotypical hot guy.
Is that Stephen Amell's brother?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He was in like a lot of these shitty teen movies, like The Duff and like the Babysitter series that are supposed to be horror movies. Like, I'm pretty sure every movie he's been in, he just, like, appears shirtless and, like, is the hot guy.
Gotta love it. I don't even know any of these actors. I mean, it's fucking B-grade movies, so.
Yeah. I mean...
But it actually looks decent, so. Oh, it's in theaters November 24th. Excuse me? What?
Yeah. I told you 2 days after my birthday.
What the fuck? Why did I think it was coming out next week?
I don't know.
You didn't correct me in all this time, Matt. I've been literally saying this for weeks. Not a week, but...
I keep telling you that it's 2 days after my birthday.
What the hell? Okay, well, whatever. It's end of November. Even better then. I might actually have time to go see it then.
Yay.
I thought it was actually next week.
No.
But yeah, it looks decent. It looks suitable. It looks okay. Better than the other two, at least. There's been more than 2 movies made, right? Yeah.
Resident Evil?
Yeah.
There was like a whole series, I think like 5?
Yeah, there's Resident Evil in 2000, Resident Evil The Final Chapter in 2016, Resident Evil Retribution.
And like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, four of them have the same actor, right? The same actress, sorry.
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
Like, don't get me wrong. They would be good action movies if they just like dropped the Resident Evil title, because they really just took a couple concepts from some of the games, and like you could straight up just pass them off as their own series. Because there's some really good scenes, too. Like, there's this one scene of, like, zombies running in a hallway at the main character, and she just has, like, a... what's it called?
They made a cartoon.
She uses a chain. Oh, yeah, there's, like, a whole series of, like Resident Evil live action,
Damnation.
or is it animated?
That's not live
movies?
action. Yeah, it's animated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not a
there's
whole
a
series
bunch.
apparently.
Well, those are actually based
just
like
one.
in the world of the games. Like those are considered like lore.
Canon.
Yes,
Canon.
thank you. That's the term I'm looking for.
Canon to the lore. Wowie. You gotta love Resident Evil. What's your favorite horror game then, huh, Matt? Is it Resident Evil?
Oh my god, I don't really like horror games.
Oh, you don't like being immersed, you little pussy?
Yeah, I'm a little baby.
Little pussy boy?
Yeah.
For me, and I don't know why, this is a very old game, but I can't decide, but Fear or Dead Space would be my two favorite horror movies. Horror games, sorry.
Yeah. A lot of love for Dead Space.
Yeah, and no love for Fear, but I love Fear. Maybe because it was my first ever horror game that I ever played. All the way back on like Xbox.
Do you remember Dead Island?
Yeah, Dead Island zombie game, yeah. Classic.
Do you remember the Dead Island trailer that like shook the world?
It never came out. Nothing ever came out of it.
I mean, it was okay. No, it wasn't even a decent game. Let's be honest. It was fun.
Oh, the game came out.
Dead Island.
I thought the trailer went nowhere.
No, I mean the game was in like pre-production for like years, but it did come out.
That live action movie, Dead Island 2? Oh yeah,
no.
Okay, never.
I was talking about the first one with like the little girl in the window or whatever, and it like starts off and she's like her dead body out the window, and it like goes backwards in time.
Oh, no, I don't know about that one.
What? How do you? It was literally like, this is the most emotional game trailer we've ever seen.
There's people still commenting on this stupid thing. For Dead Island 2, it was an E3 trailer from 2014 where it was completely like live, like like a real trailer, real actors and stuff like that. It's all about this guy like running, I guess. And people are still commenting. They're like, at this rate, there's more of a chance of Half-Life 3. No, that was a cool short film. They should maybe make a game off of it. I knew it went nowhere.
I thought I recently saw something about it, and it was supposed to come out.
Maybe it finally came out
in this year. No, it's not
an
out.
Upcoming upcoming action game. Release date not to be announced. Let's see what the development is.
Ripperoonie.
March 2016 announced that it took over the development. UK-based studio Sumo Digital. Oh, Sumo took over. Cool. August 2017, Deep Silver reiterated that the game was still in development. And then a similar statement again in 2018. And then in 2019, THQ Nordic announced that the development of the game had changed hands to Damn Buster Studios. And then Embracer Group, the parent of Deep Silver, does not expect the game to come out until after the 2020 fiscal year ends on March 31st, 2021. Well, buddy, it's 6 months past that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a game I guess I'll be waiting for because I like the first Dead Island.
Me too.
Didn't they release like another one like in between, like a Dead Island like spin-off? Oh, Riptide?
Yeah.
Oh, Escape Dead Island. That was the shitty game that flopped hard.
Yeah, wasn't there like a mobile game or something like that?
It was not that wasn't a mobile game, but it was like a third-person game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's so many horror games.
Like,
would you consider The Last of Us a horror game?
No.
Really?
Mm. Well,
the first one.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, I guess you could say. I guess. I mean, it's classified as an action-adventure game according to Google, so I wouldn't really say it's horror per se.
It's basically like 28 Days Later, the game, but like more fucked up.
Yeah, I suppose, but
Resident Evil 3, I have like, it has a solid place in my heart because my brother used to play it, and I used to watch him, and I like was way too young to be exposed to that at the time. So like, when it comes to horror games, the concept of trying to escape a city, like basically by yourself, a city of zombies, it just always puts me in.
That's what scarred Matt when he was little.
I mean, I wouldn't say it scarred me. I'd say it like set me on a trajectory to like be why I am.
To be why I am. Resident Evil made you gay, Matt.
I think that's not what I meant, but yeah, sure.
They made you gay, and they made your whole personality Halloween.
That explains so much.
How does that explain the Shrek love?
Because Shrek is love. Shrek is love.
Shrek is life.
You want to get matching tattoos? Let's just say Shrek is love.
Of what?
Shrek is life.
No, not matching. One has to get the first sentence, one gets together.
Well, that's what I meant. It's a matching set.
Fuck off, man. That's not the technical term.
How about Bloodborne?
No, nothing in the fucking Dark Souls series is horror. Go fuck yourself.
What are you talking about?
There's literally nothing scary about Bloodborne or Dark Souls. If you get scared of any of those games,
I don't know. I just think Bloodborne is a work of art.
it is. It is a beautiful game, but it's not scary.
It's literally. What do you like? It's literally. It's a horror game. Come on.
Okay, well, yeah, okay. Maybe it depends what you want to classify as horror, because then there's horror, and then there's.
Like, how is Resident Evil 5 considered a horror game, but like Bloodborne isn't? I don't understand.
Because I remember there's this whole, like, the semantics debate, because that's all fucking Twitter does. But it wasn't just Twitter. It was everywhere, like, trying to differentiate between horror and... Not scary movies. That's not a fucking subject, genre, I mean. But horror and something else. And, like,
because,
what
like,
differentiated both.
BioShock is considered a horror game. At least BioShock 2 is.
Yeah. I think horror is described as, like... It doesn't have to have necessarily jump scares in it, but then, like... It wouldn't be thrillers or suspense, I guess. But, like... Horror movies don't necessarily have to have jump scares in them.
No.
The minute they have jump scares, there's something else. And I remember it was a big, like, argument on the internet, like always, a few years ago. They're trying to figure out the semantics between both words, but...
I mean, maybe there's, like, different types of horror. Like, there's horror, and then there's, like, terror. Is that what you're talking about?
Terror? Terror
Yeah.
movies? Maybe. Terror versus horror, there you go.
Yeah. And, like, there's another one. Terror, horror, and, like...
Yes, yeah, horror is, like, the visual, yeah. The shock and repulsion of seeing something frightening happening.
Yeah, exactly.
And terror is like, the jump scare part, is the feeling of dread and apprehension. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
This is what they were bitching about, I think, on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found a Wikipedia page documenting the whole bitching. The distinction between horror and terror was this... what the fuck? Between horror and terror has been a concept has been discussed over the last few centuries. Yeah, okay. Terror and horror. Hey, there you go.
Wait, is this... Okay, Stephen King. The Gross Out. Horror and terror.
It.
So, like, Stephen King describes the gross out as the sight of a severed head tumbling down a flight of stairs. It's when the lights go out and something green and slimy splatters against your arm. So, like, The Thing, Hellraiser, movies with, like...
Okay, none of those movies...
Ick factor.
Okay, none of these horror movies are scary then, by any means. If we're going to use the horror definition.
So, this is according to Stephen King. So, King's definition of horror is the unnatural. So, like, spiders the size of bears, the dead waking up and walking around. It's when the lights go out and something with claws grabs you by the arm.
Yeah, so, horror is the visual aspect. Horror movies are visual.
And then there's terror, which is the last and worst one. When you come home and notice everything you own has been taken away and replaced by an exact substitute. It's when the lights go out and you feel something behind you, you hear it, you feel its breath against your ear, but when you turn around, there's nothing there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, actual scary movies are terror.
Okay.
At least I don't find anything visually scary or, like, repulsing or anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I watched fucking Saw when I was, like, 2, so maybe that's why, but...
Yeah, I mean, like, maybe you just have a different fear tolerance.
Yeah, like, dead, like, guts and stuff like that all over the floor, fucking dismembered body, whatever's nothing scary to me.
Oh, I get
maybe
it.
Because,
like, this is
or maybe because...
Go ahead.
Yeah, maybe because I'm not immersed enough. Like, I don't know, when I watch movies, I mean, everyone knows they're fake, but I mean, like, maybe it's just more prevalent in my mind when I'm watching the movie that it's 100% fake. It's completely, so I can't get immersed into it whatsoever, and I know it's fake, right? I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
I just feel like it's a stronger feeling than the average person in regards to that.
I mean,
everyone knows the fucking movie's fake. Like, obviously, not killing actual people, but like,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just like, in my mind, I keep that like the front of my mind like more prevalently than the average person. I guess I don't know.
Now, do you feel like that's a trauma response? No, I'm kidding. I was gonna say
from when I was watching Saw when I was 4.
I mean, it would make sense. This is gonna make me sound like certifiably insane, but when I'm watching like a horror movie and like I'm supposed to be scared and like there's violence, I just get like really excited. Like when there's like zombie movies and like the zombie eats someone and there's blood and like blood spurting everywhere, like I just like I feel my adrenaline pumping, and it's not fear, it's just like it's thrill.
That's the same with me. Maybe not thrill the right word, but like I find it cool. I find it exciting. That's why I like. Maybe that's why I like zombie movies and stuff like that, because nothing's scary about them. I find them more actiony than anything else. You know.
Yeah, I think zombies are a kind of different type of like horror, because it's not the like immediately. I don't think like a zombie is scary, but like the deconstruction of society is what is supposed to be scary about it, right?
Ooh, real philosophical there, Matt. Huh?
Like again, last year at work when I had nothing to do, I would look up like how different horror movies reflected the fears of society in the period it was in. So like during the time of like kaiju and monster movies in Japan, they were all responses to like nuclear war. Like it was the result of like nuclear power gone awry, and like these big uncontrollable monsters that like people have no control over. But like that would just wreak havoc on society, and like it was meant to reflect the fact that there was nothing nobody could do in times of like nuclear war. It's just kind of, you just have to sit there and take it and like hope you survive, right? And like the fear of like zombies is the fear of society shutting down and like people no longer working together, and the fact that like your own neighbor could turn against you. Like that's the fears that were reflected, and it like was reflected with like the market crashing and like stuff like that.
And
so
Purge's boomers versus zoomers.
Well, I was just about to say, like, The Purge is a lot more like
class warfare.
Yeah, but like it's a lot more in your face about it. Like it's not nuanced at all.
No, they're definitely trying to make a political statement.
Exactly. Yeah.
Purge. Well, the first few at least, before it became all bullshit action and shit like that.
And like if you think about
speaking of, I still haven't seen the last one. I still want to watch it. It's my like guilty pleasure. It's my guilty pleasure, and I fucking love Purge. I've even watched the TV show, the 2 seasons.
That's so.
But like I haven't seen the newest one where it's perpetual purge, like purge lasts forever.
Yeah. So like
that's when you know. That's when you know they ran out of fucking
stories
ideas
to go with. Yeah.
Yeah, the Forever Purge. That's the one I haven't seen yet.
But like getting back to my theory, like Alien and like movies like Dracula, where like you don't see the monster for like the majority of the film,
Dracula
is like a reflection of like the fear of otherness and like coming to terms with like the dark part of yourself.
Xenophobia.
What?
You said the fear of others.
Well, like I mean, like vampires could easily reflect like queer identities and like AIDS and stuff like that, right? Like I don't know. You could apply horror themes and subjects to like any scary movie, I guess. But it's just weird.
As a viewer, you can, but I don't think the director of Dracula in 1920 had queers and AIDS on his mind when trying to find the meaning of his fucking movie.
No, but like on the same time, it's weird to see which movies become popular during which periods of society.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like, why after why are we so obsessed with serial killers and like slasher films? Why was that so popular in the early 90s? Because it happened in the 70s, right? And then when like the 70s kids grew up 20 years later, they then made movies about what they were scared of.
So in 20 years, we're going to see movies of...
It's just going to be called
right-wing
like
boomers?
landlords.
Yeah, right-wing boomer landlords trying to kill us. Kill the little Zoomers. Yeah. It is what it is, I guess.
I love horror as a concept.
Yeah, I can't say I care that much about it, to be honest.
Wow.
My whole personality isn't based around Halloween like you, Matt, so you're the connoisseur here.
At least I have a personality.
Halloween and Shrek isn't a personality, Matt. Oh, I forgot the gay part, too. Yeah, what else should we talk about for Halloween, Matt?
I don't know.
We gotta talk about our Halloween little special. Little Halloween. We gotta keep talking about Halloween. I almost forgot we also have a question to answer at the end of this episode.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, we do every week,
I
Matt.
forgot to check.
Every week.
I mean, I just assumed that nobody actually sent us one.
What do you mean? We're famous, Matt. We're famous in all the countries. Canada, United States, Germany, South Korea, United Kingdom, Sri Lanka. We're fucking vibing over here, Matt. But anyways, I'm trying to load up the fucking question. But we need to find one more topic, Matt. We gotta talk about something else for Halloween. Unless we want to talk about Alec Baldwin.
No.
We're not talking about Alec Baldwin. We don't give a shit, okay? If you came here for your top news on Alec Baldwin, leave. Don't leave, actually. Listen to the rest of the episode, but then leave after. We won't talk about Alec Baldwin here. We're not entertainment news. What's your... You don't read fucking books, never mind. I was gonna say what your fucking favorite horror book is, but you're a fucking Zoomer, so you don't read books.
Yeah, I'm really bad for that. I can't help it. I just don't have the attention span.
What's your favorite horror TikTok?
My favorite horror TikTok.
It's nothing you have an attention span for. Let's predict the top trends for Halloween costumes this year, man.
Coronavirus.
Are you fucking dumb? What?
It's gonna be COVID.
That would totally be a Halloween costume for like last year.
True, I guess. But I mean, this is the first
no
year.
one did it.
We were.
Yeah, actually, last year wasn't really a real Halloween, I guess.
Yeah, I think most places were actually like in lockdown.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Squid Game has the cake on this one.
Totally, because it's
Squid
easy.
Game costumes, yeah. Definitely Squid Game.
But let's look up. Okay, top.
I feel like Harley Quinn came out too early this year. Wait, Birds of Prey didn't come out this year, did it?
No, it came out. It came out last year because I remember seeing it before everything shut down.
Yeah, but like you said, Halloween wasn't a real thing last year, so maybe we'll get all the Harley Quinn leftovers this year.
But Suicide Squad did come out this year. There's going to be a lot of superheroes.
True. So there's definitely Harley Quinns. There's gonna be some Harley Quinns. Some
the
Squid
best
Game.
pop culture Halloween costumes for 2021.
Send me a link.
Squid Game.
Let's analyze this.
From Squid Game to Lil Nas X.
What's up? You do blackface? What?
His Met Gala looks, or his music video looks.
Okay, well. Okay.
Oh, Cruella was a big thing for Disney people.
Okay, people that dress up as the Squid Game contestants literally get shot. It's just a tracksuit. How fucking lazy can you be?
If you show up to my house or Isaiah's house dressed as a character from Squid Game, we are gonna go full red light, green light on your ass. And if you can make your way from my house to the end of my driveway without me shooting you, you're free to go. But just know that if you're dressed as Squid Game, we're playing the game.
And for any police officers listening right now, we're joking. This is entirely joking. We're not shooting people.
I mean, I live in like an older part of town. Like last year we had like I think 20 kids. Regularly we get like 50.
We get 0. Yeah, we get 0. They all go to like this one part of our town because that's where all the houses are.
Yeah, the newer
No, but
developments.
I can excuse the Red Guard costume like for Squid Game because if they actually go all out, it's like not a jumpsuit, but like what do you call them? Like a one piece, whatever you want to fucking call them. I forget.
A onesie?
Not a onesie. Crime scene people have them too.
Oh, like hazmat suits.
Yeah, well, almost hazmat
Similar?
suits. Like one level down. That's what they usually wear.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that's a bit more, and you need the mask. But like literally, Squid Game contestant is the fucking tracksuit, the number on it.
Yeah.
Matt, I'll show up to your Halloween party and that. How about that?
I'll beat your ass. I'll shoot you.
We'll play fucking Squid Game for real.
Kim Kardashian at the Met Gala. This would also be really easy to do because you literally just need a black bodysuit and then get
That's
some,
what
like,
it says, yeah.
Yeah, get some like old curtains or something to make like a cape or like a skirt, and like you're good to go.
Why is everyone from the Met Gala ASAP Rocky?
Because nothing happened this year.
It's just a fucking blanket. Like his grandmother knitted him a blanket and he put it on his back. It literally says just to get a fucking quilt and just put it on your back.
Yeah.
Okay, why would
Tony
you dress as
Soprano?
Tony Soprano?
That's
Why is
also
that a thing?
literally just a tracksuit.
And a silver chain and a cigar.
So dumb.
Okay, why would we dress as political people?
Princess Diana? Like what? Oh, I guess because the movie coming up. But that's literally just a Harvard sweater. This is literally just Amazon trying to sell their clothes.
Money Heist character? Again, just a fucking tracksuit. Or no, another, you would need a jumpsuit, yeah.
Oh, look,
that's what they're called.
another jumpsuit and another cheap plastic mask.
That's what they're called. Okay, then that's what you need for the Squid Game people. Is a jumpsuit.
Oh, Among Us.
Tracksuit is, yeah.
Among Us is gonna be the costume among kids.
That trend's kind of past, but are the kids still playing Among Us? I'm sure the kids, like the young kids, are.
Yeah.
Because they hop on trends later than us, just because they're kids.
All the TikTokers are already Harley Quinn.
Dude, Among Us. If it was last year, Jesus Christ, Among Us would be fucking nutty.
Yeah.
Harley Quinn. Why? Mandalorian? Oh, Cruella?
Yeah.
Ew.
She had some good looks, though. Like, let's be real. Good things to draw costumes on.
Ooh, and they throw in a nice little costume for our to be
Black Widow?
no, that's what I'm looking for. To be accepting of everyone, the wheelchair.
What?
Star Wars the Mandalorian wheelchair costume.
Yeah. I want to be Baby Yoda for Halloween.
What the fuck? Crew members in below deck? What is that? It's just a slutty fucking
Yeah.
sailor costume. What the fuck? WandaVision?
Oh yeah, there might be
Scarlet
a couple
Witch.
because, like, in one of the episodes, both Wanda and Vision wore like literal Halloween costume versions of like their comic book looks. So those might be popular.
LeBron James and Space Jam. Cool.
Like, is this the 90s? Space
Daphne
Jam?
and Bridgerton, so just as a fucking princess. What the fuck? It doesn't matter at all.
Imagine
How long is this list?
if a kid showed up to my door in like a full on like Regency era gown, I would give them all my candy with like a corset and everything.
What the fuck are these costumes? They're really no, like digging for like ideas.
Yeah, because
the further you go on this list,
nothing
like,
happened this year.
Okay, finally now we get Lil Nas X on the list after like a bunch of random people I don't know. And they're not even costumes, they're just people dressed in normal clothes and like, yeah, you can buy the same look.
Well, that's the thing. It's like Halloween has become less about costumes and more about literally just emulating social media looks.
Impersonating, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get to those TikTok views.
Yeah. But I mean, TikTokers were already doing it. Like this, like dressing a Squid Game is old to TikTokers. The trend is done. It's so yesterday.
Maybe the whole over-sexualization of Halloween costumes trend is gonna die too then.
I want to be a sexy Squid Game.
What, a fucking bikini and then fucking a red bikini with the mask on?
Yeah. No one wants to see that.
Sanderson sisters and Hocus Pocus? What the fuck are these?
Everyone loves Hocus Pocus. At least the gays.
Okay, the list is over now. That's it.
I'm like trying to find other lists, but it's just like people's Pinterests.
Top Halloween costumes 2021. Squid Game pops up right off the bat. Cool. 78 best Halloween costumes. They'll be hard to top. Let's see.
You know who's not hard to
Okay.
top?
Shut the fuck up, man. Literally, shut the fuck up. What is this? Second place is Cher and Dion?
From
Dion?
Clueless?
From
Yeah.
Clueless, yeah. What the fuck is that? None of these costumes
The
are
most
cool.
iconic movie.
Winnie the Pooh is in 4th place with top costumes you can't top. I can definitely top any of these.
You could top Winnie the Pooh.
Shut the fuck up, man. We were just talking about how over-sexualizing and Halloween costumes can die in a hole.
I'm gonna be sexy Winnie the Pooh. I'm gonna be the sexy poop emoji.
Sexy poop emoji. Sexy squid.
Why is there just a gorilla costume?
Why is that in 7th place? You can buy that at Party Village. You can buy that at fucking Spirit Halloween.
Wait.
Creative about it.
Where's the sexy gorilla costume?
I love the
Britney
next one is
Spears
just
costume.
just
Like
fucking
literally,
red
Oops, I
spandex.
Did It Again came out like in the 90s.
Carnage, yes, Carnage
Oh,
costume.
look who's next.
Matt, if I
Eddie.
what
Eat his head.
what if I came to your Halloween party dressed in that Venom costume, Matt? That exact costume right there.
I would laugh my ass off.
No one can see this. I forgot this is a podcast, but it's a very shitty Venom costume. Like, absolute shit.
Okay, what I've always wanted to do was like get those white morph suits. This is my dream Halloween costume. Get those white morph suits and then just like put on a really fashionable outfit and just be a
Slenderman?
mannequin.
Oh.
No, just be a mannequin. So just like knock on someone's door and then like strike just like a casual pose like you would see at a store. And then when people open their door, just don't move and don't say anything until they close the door. And then don't get any candy and walk away.
Nerd, Tweedledee, Tweedledum, comic book character, Halloween costume, and just makeup on your face.
There's Danny and Sandy from Grease. Ice.
Shigo from Kim Possible, or Shigo.
Tweedledum and Tweedledee, like you said, for all those
Jesus Christ, man.
for all those gay guys who look like they're related.
This fucking list is dog shit, man. I give up.
Yeah. Edna Mode.
I give up.
I was about to do an Edna Mode impression and realized I cannot. I don't even know what she sounds like.
Oh my god, people are trying to imitate specific characters in Squid Game. Cool. Why people are
Weird.
dressed up as Asians, basically.
Yeah. Do you ever find it weird when people like dress up as like really specific characters?
Yeah, very specific. Yeah, it's very wacky.
Because it's like it's for the person dressing up, but like nobody's gonna understand it.
Yeah, especially when you're trying to dress up as a person of a different ethnicity.
Maybe just don't do that.
Yeah, maybe not. Guarantee some dumbass is gonna tape his eyes back.
Oh God.
Be full fucking racist.
If you show up to my door as a Squid Game character and you have tape on your eyes, I'm taking your candy before I shoot you.
You're getting broccoli for Halloween, bitch.
Steamed
Okay,
broccoli.
that's all.
Like it's gonna be piping hot. I'm gonna make
Piping
you
hot
hold it.
broccoli. No, we're gonna put it in your bag so it melts like a fucking chocolate.
Oh, let's be soap for Halloween.
Soap?
Yeah, soap and
Ew.
loofah.
What the fuck? See, my costumes as a kid were always creative, man. I had the best costumes in all of school, and everyone told me that every year.
Tell us about them. What did you dress as? I want to know.
1 year, I was half man, half woman.
Ooh, fucking with gender, we love it.
Back when it was socially acceptable to wear it as the what's what I'm looking for again? Not Halloween costume. Not Halloween costume, but like anyways. Next year, actually this is not in no particular order because I don't remember the years by any chance. Another year I was like a headless guy.
You were just a homeless guy.
No, a headless like guy. So like I built this like whole like contraption that made me like that went over my head, so it made it look like I'm really tall, like 7 foot tall. And we put like a skull head on top of it just to make it seem like it was like evil like ghoul carrying my head.
That's cool.
Like, have you never seen like a headless costume?
Yeah.
Before?
No, I have.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, there's like a big metal contraption backpack that I wore on my back the whole day, but like it extends upwards, and we put like a trench coat over it.
Yeah.
And the head, and then it just made it seem like it was carrying me. Another year, I did like a gorilla holding the zookeeper in a cage costume. So like my legs were in like the gorilla suit, and then the rest was like full of like paper just stuffed the top of the costume.
Do you have pictures of these? I want to see these.
No, I don't fucking remember, man. My
damn.
parents probably do. My parents probably have to do somewhere printed in a box somewhere. And then
wanna
like
see.
the costume was kind of shitty because my head was dressed as the zookeeper, so I was inside the cage, so I could not see shit all day. So it's kind of a shitty costume, like practicality wise.
Yeah.
I mean, I did 50 Shades of Grey, but that was a few years ago for a party.
Yeah. And that was literally just, I remember seeing that one.
Yeah, like literally 50 Shades of Grey. I did Waldo one year too. Like, where's Waldo? I think that's all the costumes I did. There's probably some other ones. I'm not too sure.
I just love Halloween.
Yeah. Anyways, what about you, Matt? Any costumes for you? Any fancy costumes for you? Or you
No,
little bitch
I
boy
never
with the
did
Party
anything.
Village and fucking bought your pre-made costumes like a little
No,
bitch.
I never did that, but I mean, like, as a kid, I went as Poe for like multiple years, like Poe from the Teletubbies. I don't know why, I was
What
just
the
obsessed.
fuck?
At work one year, I dressed up as Edward from Twilight. That was embarrassing. All the
my God.
all the old ladies at work loved it though.
You literally went full gay there, Matt.
Yeah. Actually, one year, probably the best costume I've ever done. I dressed up as just like a really spooky rabbit from like Alice in
Spooky
Wonderland.
Oh,
Where
yeah, okay.
Yeah, I had like a
Mi comprende.
like a cardigan and like a coat and like a top hat with the ears and like really creepy face makeup that would just like look like I was always staring at you. That was cool. That's probably the coolest costume I've ever done.
Wowie. Cool,
Yeah.
Matt. Cool. And now we're adults, and now we just use Halloween as an excuse to get fucking shit-faced.
Yeah, exactly.
Because getting shit-faced is all adults know how to do.
I mean, for the last couple of years we haven't been able to, but like there's like hay rides and like corn mazes.
Yeah.
And pumpkin patches.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever do anything like that?
Instagram shit. No.
Yeah, exactly. I
I'm not
did
a white girl.
a couple of years ago with a couple of friends, but it was
Yeah,
weird.
I saw it on your Instagram.
Yeah.
You put those classic
Did I?
pics in. Yeah. You were wearing a black hat. A black hat and a black coat, and you were with your friends, and yeah, you put them up. I know.
Last year. Last year.
Yeah, last
Liz,
year. Okay, yeah.
the one who did our artwork for the pod and was like our first guest.
Yeah, episode 2.
Yeah, we went to a graveyard and just took pictures, which was cool.
Wow.
But like a couple of years ago,
Beautiful.
I was in this like, drop my phone. This like weird.
I remember how like you at pumpkins. I remember a picture of you at pumpkins.
I don't recall.
I'm gonna find this motherfucking picture right now.
I mean, I'm on my Instagram right now.
Okay, well, I'm gonna find this picture right now, and I will show it to you. Wait, how do I even get to your account?
I blocked you. No, I didn't.
Oh shit! Oh my god! How do I click on it? You have a story.
I have a lot of Christmas pictures.
Oh wait, never mind. That's a cemetery.
Yeah,
I thought it was a pumpkin.
those are two very different things.
I'm hallucinating clearly.
But
yeah, Matt, I guess it's time for question time. Question time.
Yeah,
the
sure.
Episode? Yeah, so we picked our question for this episode this week. I picked it because Matt clearly had no fucking idea we even had a question. But yeah, little reminder for those who want to ask questions, you can ask them on the Spotify version of the episode by clicking on the episode details and then scrolling down the page, and you should see a little box that says ask us anything or something like that. Just click on that And you can also ask us questions on YouTube by putting them in the comments. And then we will hopefully soon put on social media a thread for you guys to ask questions on there too. Also on Spotify, just for shits and giggles, I also started like polls. I didn't tell you about this, man. I don't know if you noticed, but on Spotify there was like a poll last week for whether Nintendo was the shittiest video game company in the world, yes or no. Just for fun, we'll put polls. I don't know what it does. Maybe it'll gain traction. I don't know. I just put it for fun. We'll see. But anyways, back to the subject at hand. Yeah. You can ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. We answer one question per episode at the end of each episode. So go ahead, ask whatever you want. They don't have to be meme questions, because last week and this week are both meme questions. Ask anything serious, not serious, maybe not super personal, like what our credit card number is and the 3 numbers in the back. But anyways, our question this week, Matt, someone wants to know. After our cheese episode we did a few weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I just brought it up. That's why I wasn't paying attention.
If cheese could dress, what do you think the different types of cheese would wear? Like, what would their aesthetic be? That's our question from a viewer wanting to know how cheese would dress.
I feel like mozzarella would wear cute overalls.
Mozzarella gives me real like country vibes for some reason.
Mozzarella gives you country vibes?
Yeah. I don't know why, because it's not really a country vibe cheese.
No. Maybe like aged cheddar.
Oh yeah, definitely aged cheddar. Never mind, take it back. Aged cheddar,
like
definitely.
An old country hick with like...
Yeah,
with like a plaid shirt and like a beard and like...
Yeah, old strong cheddar. Yeah, definitely gives me old like countryman vibes, country lady vibes.
Sitting on the porch with like a shotgun, like
yeah, basically.
Yeah, totally.
I'm gonna say it right away. Cheese curds. I know it's not really kind of cheese; it's just basically cheddar again. But like, it's. I feel like they'd be the typical Zoomer, you know, like the cool, like young, hip, fresh, new cheese, you know.
Okay.
Gives Zoomer vibes.
Sure. I was gonna say like kids, like literally just like little.
Yeah, I guess
the
same vein of thought. I guess same kind of thought there. I guess yeah. Zoomers, kids, yeah. I see that. I see that. But what would mozzarella be then? I feel like mozzarella would give me like plain Jane vibes. You know, like Delta Mail, like boring, like like just t-shirt, shorts. You know, graphic tee. Cargo shorts, you know, average dude, schmo Joe on the street.
Oh, totally.
Because it has to go with something else, you know. Mozzarella can't just be eaten on its own. It's kind of wacky.
Like not cardigan. Cargo pants and like a university sweater with like a polo underneath.
Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like brie would be.
I'm looking at the type of cheese again because I fucking forget.
Like I know brie is French, but I just feel like it's like that one girl who like went on like a transfer trip to France and came back, and now she's just like obnoxiously French about everything. Saison Marguerite, if you will. That's brie. Like
Parmesan just gives me old person vibes, like not country, but just old person, you know.
Yeah.
Retirement home, old person, like rotten cheese vibes.
Stinky grandma.
Blue cheese would be in the same vein.
No, I think blue cheese would be pretentious. Blue cheese is
pretentious, yeah.
Is like an art student or like a film major.
No, that's cottage cheese. I feel like people that like cottage cheese are very pretentious.
Sure. I guess.
Actually, no, I take that back. Cream cheese. Cottage cheese is for like those like weirdos, and then cream cheese is like. Especially like the different flavors of cream cheese, and you start adding shit to it, like spices or whatever.
I don't know. I feel like cream cheese would be a whore. Because like she's in everything.
Cream cheese is the whore for sure. Yeah, that's true. She's definitely a whore.
She's like regular cream cheese is like white girl
Feta.
autumn. And then like cream cheese in like desserts and stuff is her like dressing super pretty or whatever, but like we all know she's really easy.
Feta cheese, that's definitely the popular kid. Everyone fucking loves feta cheese.
Feta cheese, I feel like, is actually like an exchange student who's like super popular.
An exchange. We're kind of going away from like the what would they dress and more like what societal image they
It's all about the vibes they give off. Okay.
Yeah, the vibes they give off. We're sorry, person who asked this question.
But this is the best you get.
This is the best you get. It's close enough. What else? I don't know any of the other kinds of
What
cheeses,
about
so.
like what about marble?
Marble's just two different colors of fucking cheddar. It's just your interracial kid, I guess.
Oh my god. What else? What other cheeses?
What other cheeses are there? What's the red one? With the red skin.
Do you eat it with the skin on or off?
Is. Oh, Monterey Jack. What about Monterey Jack and Swiss?
Okay, Monterey Jack and Havarti are also pretentious. They're douchebags. And then what was Swiss? Swiss is the wine aunt.
The wine aunt? Yeah, the wine mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely wine mom vibes with Swiss.
Yeah.
Do we want to throw shredded cheese in there, even though it's just a mix of a bunch of other cheeses?
Shredded cheese is the one that everybody loves.
Our go-to, the Reliant, the homie, you know, the homie G that comes in clutch when you're sad, happy.
Hey, Isaiah.
What?
You're my shredded cheese.
Shut the fuck up, man. None of that gay shit on the podcast. I think that's all, man. I don't know any of those other cheeses, so I can't really confirm. Oh, what about American cheese or?
Oh, okay, hold on. No, those Baby Bell cheeses with like the red serial killer. Like lock away, like that is Jeffrey Dahmer, like that is.
Can we throw Kraft singles in there too?
Yeah.
Like also, if you eat them on your own, like if you eat them on their own.
No, that's mental patient. There's a difference.
Psychopath.
Yeah.
Actual
like straight jacket, like.
I'm trying to make sure I'm not missing any of the
padded room.
I think we got it all. How about Boursin or Oka? Even though those are like more like specialty cheeses, like dip cheeses. What do you want
okay, those are like the kind of like they're a couple years older than you, and you never really got to like know them, and like you're just kind of you admire them from a distance because you're too intimidated to like to strike up a conversation with them. But like they've always just been super nice to you, and like when the time comes for you to interact, but like it's super rare. Does that make sense?
Sure, but I fucking love Boursin, man. I want to say Boursin. Boursin is like, I feel like it's like the rich bougie kid, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, the rich bougie kid dresses up in like Gucci and all this shit.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
And then the Oka is the like the person who's a little older than you, and like
yeah.
They're mature.
Like missing your demographic for like common interests, but like still a really cool person, you know?
Like, yeah, you totally vibe with them every time you see them, but like you just don't interact with them often. And you're like, every time you go to a party, you're like, oh hey, is Oka gonna be there?
It's like us, man.
But then like Oka's too cool to go to the party, you know?
It's like
Did you say like us?
Yeah.
We're
a few
too
years
cool?
apart. A few years apart.
Am I
Don't
your
interact
Oka?
that often.
I'm not your Oka. I'm your Swiss. Let's be real.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, I think we nailed them all. I hope that answers your question, whoever asked that. We love you. Please ask more questions. Please, everyone ask questions.
We love you.
Please ask questions every day, please.
Yeah.
Or just spam the same question again over and over again if we don't have time to get to it.
I want to see, because like they do on TikTok, where it's like day 1 of asking this question, and then it's like day 2 of asking this question until you answer it. That would be cool.
We've been informed, unfortunately, that Spotify only lets you ask one question per episode. But just put all your questions in one post. We don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like, you're limited to one like submission, but like just go ahead and just put all your questions in one submission if you want. If you have a whole list on the go. But please, everyone ask questions. We want to keep answering them. serious,
And like I've
non-serious.
said it in a previous episode, like we will take it seriously. Like if you ask me about like the theory of relativity or like
we will fucking talk about it for a half hour. If
exactly,
you want.
we will do our best
we
to
do
satisfy your craving.
Yeah, we'll just be a lot more than mildly ignorant in that case.
Maybe I doubt it, but we'll try.
Full on ignorant.
Full on ignorant.
But yeah, I think we'll wrap here, Matt. Thank you for tuning in to our Halloween special, little special Halloween day themed episode 2 days before Halloween by the time this comes out. I'm sure there's gonna be some spooky music being added right here, right now to take us out. Probably not, but we'll see. Spooky
we don't have the
music.
money for that.
We can afford royalty-free music.
Maybe next Halloween we can have like a spooky track.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Listening, I mean, sorry. One more episode away before we hit big 1-0, big double digits.
We still don't know what we're going to do. So if you guys have any ideas of what you want to hear for our 10th episode, let us know.
Put it in the comments. Yeah, put it in the comments. Let us know. Put it on social media. Let us know what you want for episode 10. But yeah, thank you for listening. Of course, we are on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Breaker, Overcast, Radio Friendly, Radiocast, Stitcher, and I think that's all of them. Yeah, I think that's all of them. Of course, you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the Mildly Ignorant Podcast. We'll one day post on Twitter. Don't worry about it. And I think that's about it. Enjoy your Halloween, everybody.
Happy
I'll be
Halloween!
enjoying my Halloween, dealing with my basement flood. So by next week, I'll be back in the studio, in the real studio downstairs, recording with better quality, hopefully.
But isn't that the scariest thing? Insurance companies.
That's the real horror in the Halloween time. Dealing with fucking insurance.
Adult responsibilities. The true terror.
Paying bills? What the fuck? God damn it. We don't just pay bills on Halloween. But anyways, thank you for listening. We're heading out. Goodbye. Happy Halloween. And
I love
you all next week. We love you all.
Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.